Well, hello everybody. I just thought it might be a good idea to talk about the new updates for Rightfully Beary arms. We're now on version 0.1.1. That's the patch notes for today. One of the things that's kind of instant is we now start with 4 hearts instead of 3, so that'll go a long way, I think. And the galaxy progression has also changed, so instead of animals first, it's supposed to be the mechs, which I think is a good switch because I think the mechs are a little bit easier than the animals. It also means that we're going to be more likely to have space station and space theme levels instead of the arena, which is also kind of a good thing for me, I think. I think it's good for everyone, but some people fare much better at that type of thing. So one of the enemies, Battery Boy, which I have not run into yet, just because I typically haven't done well enough to run into him. But Battery Boy will now cause a little bit of a kind of increase for other enemies if it explodes near them, or if it drops, like if he attacks the ground. The glue gun now takes less ammunition per shot. The finger gun does slightly more damage. The Mosin will no longer have an issue where it doesn't hit enemies if you fire too quickly. And in the foam ball gun, basically will prevent a bug that was happening, where the projectile would spawn inside a wall if the player was too close. So it's nice to see we got a little bit of updates here. And it is also nice to start with the mechs because I feel like they are a much easier variety of enemy than the Animal Kingdom, Animal Faction, whatever. And they are in works with a... What's this guy? Oh, that's Battery Boy. But they are also working on a performance update, so no word on exactly when that's going to be, but it's in the works, which is good, and I have complete faith in the development team because they've been really just knocking it out of the park ever since the demo was present during Next Fest, so they're working really hard on it. You can tell. The big thing for me will be to see if some of the other issues that I was running into have been fixed. One of the bugs that I would consistently run into was that instead of spawning the, Galaxy Warden at the end of an area, if I was out of the space jam or the radar jam, what would happen is nothing would happen. I couldn't go anywhere, and it was kind of frustrating, but I'm not sure that's been fixed. I didn't see that in the patch notes, but hopefully it's not something that happens here. We'll get a nice solid run. And of course this video will go live, and honestly only the first couple of minutes are actually going to be necessary. Because it's really focused more towards telling you that there is an update, more than anything else. And I see it didn't update. Man, OBS sucks sometimes. It doesn't like to update what game I'm playing, even though I tell it to do that. Yeah, so basically at, I don't know, at the 4-minute mark, you can probably tune out because there's no reason to stay if you just want, unless you want to watch somebody play the game. There's really no point in watching because I've already gone over the patch notes, so there's not really a whole lot else to tell you. But I'm going to do the run anyway because I can and I want to. I'm not really sure how people feel on the channel about me making multiple videos of the same game, because it's not something I really do that often, but it's bound to happen because there's going to be games like Baldur's Gate 3 that I'm going to be playing quite a bit of, and, you know, the inevitable Starfield. So there will be games that I'm going to be continuing to talk about all the time, so it's just going to happen, and it makes sense to start with one of my favorite roguelikes, Rightfully Arms. My goal is to probably do a video every time they have a considerable update for Rightfully Beary Arms, because it is going to be in early access for a little bit. So I will most likely kind of stick to that as long as everything goes kind of well for that. It's just going to really depend on what's going on, what's on my slate. But the plan is to update a video every time. I found a box that won't break. My goal is to update a video every time they have a major update. This one isn't necessarily what I would consider a major update. It is a very small patch, but it is something that I think changes the core mechanic of how we were playing to begin with, so I felt like it was worth kind of mentioning. $2,000 plume might actually be enough for me to buy something. I'm not sure if it will be. I would really like a cool new weapon. I think the Galaxy Warden for this area is the Bat, who isn't that difficult to kill, but I don't know if I want to save to try to buy a better weapon, because it's so far away. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait. There is some inspiration, which is important to me. I'm hoping that this 54 confidence is actually a bit higher, because I would like an upgrade for my weapon before I go to the boss. But you know what? I'll take what I can get. We shall certainly see. I really like the music for this. It's still so catchy. I wanted to try to learn it, play it on piano, but the way that they store media in the game is really kind of weird to me. It's like tracks overlaid on tracks, and it just makes it really hard to kind of pull out and find the right stuff and then learn it by ear to play on piano, because I really have a hard time doing that now. I used to be really good at it, but not so much anymore. I will say this is a much easier start to the game, so I'm really glad they have gone this route and adjusted how we begin the game. I think that'll make a huge difference for basically everyone. Yeah, but my starting weapon's just not really that great at the moment. But it's nice to be able to go through a stage and not be hurting for life every time. Normally I'm almost dead by now. So I know 3,500 seems to be the magic point for getting an actual brand new weapon. Man, I'm not going to get it. I'm not going to get 3,500. But that's okay, you know, because there's plenty of time, if I don't die, to try to get some more stuff. It would be cool if these guys dropped some clue or health or ammunition. I mean, granted, right now I don't need it because I don't have any weapons that actually have ammunition, but it would be nice. So fingers crossed one day we hit that stage. Go to the proofs. Let's see what I got. Oh, nothing. Oh, that's unfortunate. And I'm pretty sure the boss is the bat guy, the little bat. So that'd be cool. Nice little change of things. Yep, the Galaxy Master is the Battree. Man, I'm not in like a great spot of like doing damage though. I'm like barely doing any. And with no gambits or anything, this is just going to be a very long battle. Which is definitely not an ideal situation. I don't even know where he is anymore. There he is. Yeah, at this rate, it's going to take somewhere between 3 and 7 minutes to actually kill him. That seems a little bit kind of insane. But I'm not really sure how you would go around and fix that because, I mean, outside of making sure that the player has the opportunity to get a new weapon, which, I mean, technically I could have gone different ways to try to make sure I upgraded my weapon. So this is really on me, I guess, but yeah, this is definitely a little bit on the rough side. Knowing that it's going to take that long for a battle, and especially considering it's not really that intense of a battle. It's just tedious right now because I just don't have enough damage capability at the moment, and then these additional guys here just kind of in the way. They're not overly difficult, but I can't just let them do their own thing because then I will get in a bad spot. Swear, if I die on this battle, I guess that'll be the stopping point for the video, and I feel real bad. But he's halfway, so I mean we're almost there. We're almost there. We are at the point where we're going to be able to defeat this guy, move forward. Maybe. Maybe not, because at the rate it's going, I wasn't even looking, I was focused on the Battree. Yeah. And then these guys, God, come on guys, stop coming over. Just let me shoot the bat. He's almost dead. I think what this level needs is the ability to be zoomed really far out, because he can attack you at such a long range, and it's difficult to see where he is, and then all this happens, and it is unlikely that I will survive, and you know, then it's just going to be a stopping point. But at the very least, at least people will have seen a new boss from me, and that's new, and that is good. Alright. Nope. I lost him. I can't see him, but I'm hitting him, so that works. This is like a really awful way to kill the boss, I think, but you know what? I'll take what I can get. Because I have to be really careful. Oh, actually, I have no idea where he is now. That's weird. Alright. Alright, so he's back up in the corner. These guys have really long range. One bad decision away from death. Well, this is just a pretty bad situation. This actually reminds me that I need to buy more AA batteries. Alright, where are you? Alright, well, I guess he's just going to stay in his little defensive stance. I was like, what am I supposed to do when he's up in that little corner? I can't... Oh, come on, just die already, will you? Wow, that was not really one of the ideal situations, but hey, it happened. Yeah, so I think the patch was like an overall a good idea, a good addition to things. No stores in Mech Galaxies. Considering I'm leaving the mechs, it doesn't matter. So next up is going to be insect, and then animal. So insect, it is. All I can do is the speed. And it looks like starting in the arcade. So that's a little bit less than ideal, but I guess that's what it is. But anyway, I am going to stop the video here because the purpose was to go over the patch notes, and but I'll be like, hey, there was a Battree. As always, thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed what you saw, and remember, you can always buy or wishlist the game in the link provided in the description.